Hare Krishna, Jaya Jagannath. Welcome everybody to our Smile Srimad Bhagavatam. Today we'll be doing Canto 1, Chapter 1 review. So we've gone through each verse, sometimes breaking up a verse into 4 different talks or doing 2 a day and this and that. So we're going to take a moment to zoom out and read the whole chapter. And let's see if we can, there's 6 questions that are given by the sages. Chapter 1 is entitled Questions by the Sages. Let's see if we can identify them as we go through it. But before we start, of course, we'll start with our prayers. Please read or chant with me. We'll get our flame ready here. Om Privyadam Agnim Prahinomi Duram Yamarajam Gachtu Vipravaha. Lord Yamaraj, the Lord of Dharma, Hare Krishna. Our prayers to the spiritual master. Om Gyan Tamarandasya Gananjana Shalakaya Chakshuran Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. I was born in the darkness of ignorance, but my spiritual master so kindly opened my darkened eyes with the torchlight of love, or the salve of love. I offer my respectful obeisances unto him. Prayers to the Supreme Lord. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. O my Lord, Sri Krishna, Son of Vyasadeva, O all-pervading personality of Godhead, I offer my respectful obeisances unto you. Narayanam namaskritya, naram chaiva narotamam, devyam sarasvatim vyasyam, tato jayam udirayet. Before reciting the Srimad Bhagavatam, which is the very means of conquest, one should offer respectful obeisances unto the personality of Godhead, Narayan, unto Narayan Rishi, the supremest human being, unto Mother Sarasvati, the goddess of learning, and unto Sri Vyasadeva, the author. Nashta prayas habreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya bhagavati utam shloke bhaktir bhagavati naishtaki. By regular attendance in classes on Bhagavatam and by rendering a service to the pure devotee, all that is troublesome in the heart is almost completely destroyed, and loving service unto the personality of Godhead, whose praise with transcendental songs is established as an irrevocable fact. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advait Gadadhar Shri Vasari Gaura Bhaktivinoda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And of course, this yajna, this offering, this sacrifice is always for the pleasure of the Lord, for the benefit of every SMYHL Sanga member, for the world, and for those who are meant for this SMYHL Sanga who we haven't found yet. Hare Krishna. And we'll go to our next boon on our 5 boons of Srimad Bhagavatam. I believe we're right here on boon 3. I bow down to you who are supremely blissful to read. Your every syllable pour downs a flood of prema. Prema is love of the highest quality. You can always be served by everyone. You are Sri Krishna himself. Hare Krishna. Okay, let's get into our review for chapter 1. And then tomorrow we'll get into, by the way, if you, this Vedabase.io is so amazing. Look at all books right here. Look at all these books by Srila Prabhupada, who's teaching us the absolute truth. So amazing. This book right here is so fun to read. It's about Srila Prabhupada and how he came to give us these books. It's a beautiful story. I highly suggest using this resource. It's amazing. Srimad Bhagavatam. You just click on the book that you want to read, the Canto, Chapter 1, Questions by the sages. Okay, here we go. O my Lord Sri Krishna, son of Vyasadeva, all-pervading personality of Godhead, I offer my respectful obeisances unto you. I meditate upon Lord Sri Krishna because he is the absolute truth and the primeval cause of all causes of the creation, substance, and destruction of the manifested universe. He is directly and indirectly conscious of all manifestations, and he is independent because there is no other cause behind him. It is he only who first imparted the Vedic knowledge unto the heart of Brahmaji, the original living being. By him, even the great sages and demigods are placed into illusion, as one is bewildered by illusory representation of water seen in fire, or land seen on water. Only because of him do the material universes, temporally manifested by the reactions of the three modes of nature, appear factual, although they are unreal. Therefore, I meditate upon him, Lord Sri Krishna, who is eternally existent in the transcendental abode, which is forever free from the illusionary representation of the material world. I meditate upon him, for he is the absolute truth. And if we remember, the Srimad Bhagavatam starts with our prayer that we do each day. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. The very first thing we chant of Srimad Bhagavatam is a verse that we chant every day. And these first three verses are giving us the orientation of appreciation for the Supreme Personality of Godhead. We should have some appreciation, awe, and reverence of Krishna. And we start from there and we move up to the most wonderful personal relationships. Text 2, completely rejecting all religious activities which are materially motivated. This Bhagavat Purana propounds the highest truth, which is understandable by those devotees who are fully pure in heart. The highest truth is reality distinguished from illusion for the welfare of all. Such truth uproots the threefold miseries. This beautiful Bhagavatam, compiled by the great sage Vyasadeva in his maturity, is sufficient in itself for God realization. What is the need for any other scripture? As soon as one attentively and submissively hears the message of Bhagavatam, by the culture of knowledge, the Supreme Lord is established within his heart. O expert and thoughtful men, relish Srimad Bhagavatam, the mature fruit of the desire tree of Vedic literatures. It emanated from the lips of Srila Sukadeva Goswami. Therefore, this fruit has become even more tasteful, although it is nectar and juice already relishable for all, including liberated souls. Okay, so the first two are really establishing that the Lord and his position as the cause of all causes, the who is behind everything, right? And then we're giving an understanding of this Bhagavatam is no different than that Supreme Person. And that this Srimad Bhagavatam is the fruit of all Vedic literatures. There's so many different literatures that are meant for the self-realization, for spiritual health, the understanding of the Atma, or the spirit. Got Bhagavad Gita, the Upanishads, the Bible, all so many different Vedic literatures, and this is the fruit of all of them. Once in the holy place, now we're going to get an understanding of where this Srimad Bhagavatam is spoken here. Once in a holy place in the forest, and why? Once in a holy place in the forest in Naimisharanya, great sages headed by sage Shaunaka assembled to perform a great 1,000-year sacrifice for the satisfaction of the Lord and his devotees. One day, after finishing their morning duties by burning a sacrificial fire and offering a seat of esteem to Srila Suja Goswami, the great sages made inquiries with great respect about the following matters. The sages said, "Respected Suta Goswami, you are completely free from all vice. You are well versed in all the scriptures famous for religious life, and in the Puranas and histories as well, for you have gone through them under proper guidance and have also explained them. Being the eldest learned Vedantist, O Suta Goswami, you are acquainted with the knowledge of Vyasadeva, who is the incarnation of Godhead. And you also know other sages who are fully versed in the kinds of physical and metaphysical knowledge. And because you are submissive, your spiritual master has endowed you with all the favors bestowed upon a gentle disciple. Therefore, you can tell us that you have scientifically learned from them. Okay, so the sages are sitting at a very holy place, Namesharanya, and their purpose, their intention is for the benefit of the world. And the most learned Suta Goswami, who knows all the Vedic literatures, knows the purpose of them, they can ask him anything, and they say, please, speak Srimad Bhagavatam. So just to show us what opportunity we're getting here, that we're also getting this opportunity to hear from Suta Goswami, to hear from the sages, to hear from Sukadeva Goswami, who will later be introduced. So many different wonderful pure devotees are helping us in Srimad Bhagavatam that are learned, and Srila Prabhupada is giving these purports and giving us an understanding of how to understand Srimad Bhagavatam. It's so amazing. Please, therefore, being blessed with many years, explain to us in an easily understandable way what you have ascertained to be the absolute truth and ultimate goal for the people in general. You guys might feel like this too. I know I do. That's when I read sometimes the Vedic scriptures or scriptures, it's bewildering. The wording is like in a way where it's like, it seems like it's almost like in a code sometimes. But they're asking him, listen, we really want to know and understand very easily. Please help us. So he's going to speak the stories of Srimad Bhagavatam. O learned one, in the iron age of Kali, men almost always have but short lives. They are quarrelsome, lazy, misguided, unlucky, and above all, always disturbed. There are many varieties of scriptures, and in all of them there are many prescribed duties, which can be learned only after many years of study in the various divisions. Therefore, O sage, please select the essence of all these scriptures and explain it for the good of all living beings, that by such instructions their hearts may be fully satisfied. You hear religions often, different religions kind of debating, the prescribed duties. And the truth is that the Lord is giving different religious texts, different scriptures for different kinds of people. And so to understand what is right for one and what's right for another is very clearly said after many years of study. One can start to understand these kinds of things. All blessings upon you, O Suta Goswami. You know for what purpose the personality of God had appeared in the womb of Devaki as the son of Vyasadeva. This is one of the questions right here. And I believe we missed one. Please, the first one is, please describe to us the essence, the ultimate good for all people. Let's see. Let's continue here. Sorry. Okay, right here. Sorry. Okay. Okay, there we were. O Suta Swami, we are eager to learn about the person of God and his incarnations. Please explain to us those teaching imparted by previous natures, acharyas, masters. Let's start that over. O Suta Goswami, we are eager to learn about the person of Godhead and his incarnations. Please explain to those teachings imparted by previous masters, acharyas, for one is uplifted both by speaking them and by hearing them. So here's one of the questions. Please explain to us the incarnations of Krishna. What's the essence of all advice? What's the absolute truth? Why did Krishna appear as the son of Devaki and Vyasadeva? And what is the purpose of all of Krishna's incarnations? Living beings who are entangled in the complicated meshes of birth and death can be freed immediately by even unconsciously chanting the holy name of Krishna, which is feared by feared personified. O Sutta, those great sages who have completely taken shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord can at once sanctify those who come in touch with him, whereas the waters of the Ganges can sanctify only after prolonged use. Who is there desiring deliverance from the vices of the age of Korah who's not willing to hear the victorious glories of the Lord? This is a question, but it's not one of the questions, the 6 questions. It's not the question that they're giving. Sorry, 1 second. Yes, so this is one of the questions, but not one of the 6 questions. In his transcendental acts, are magnificent and gracious, and great learned sages like Nard sing of them. Please therefore speak to us, who are eager to hear about the adventures he performs in various incarnations. We're eager to hear about adventures. We have $1 billion industry of movie making, right? Maybe even $1 trillion. Probably $1 trillion. Yeah, I would say easily $1 trillion. Interesting. For the movies around the world, because we want to hear about adventure. We come to Srimad Bhagavatam and hear about the greatest adventures, Mahabharata, Ramayana, wonderful stories about the absolute truth that can purify us and attract us to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is meant to be attracted by even those who are liberated. O wise Sutta, please narrate to us the transcendental pastimes of the Supreme Godhead's multi-incarnations. Such auspicious adventures and pastimes of the Lord, the Supreme Controller, are performed by his eternal powers. We never tire of hearing the transcendental pastimes of the Personality of Godhead, who is glorified by hymns and prayers. Those who have developed a taste for transcendental relationships with him relish hearing of his pastimes at every moment. Lord Sri Krishna, the Personality of Godhead, along with Balaram, played like a human being, and so masked he performed many superhuman acts. Knowing well that the age of Kali has already begun, we are assembled here in the holy place to hear at great length the transcendental message of Godhead. In this way perform sacrifice. We think that we have met your goodness by the will of providence, just so that we may accept you as the captain of ship for those who desire to cross the difficult ocean of Kali, which deteriorates all the good qualities of the human being. Since Sri Krishna, the Absolute Truth, the master of all mystic powers, has departed from his abode, please tell us to whom the religious principles have now gone for shelter. So that's the last question. Okay, let's go back here and see if we can find these 6 questions. Yes, right here is text 9. Please, therefore, being blessed with many ears, explain to us in the easily understandable way what you have ascertained to be the absolute and ultimate good for all people. 1, right? I believe right here, there are many varieties of scriptures, and in all of them there are many prescribed duties which can be learned only after many years of study in the various division. Therefore, O sage, please select the essence of all scriptures and explain it to the good of all living beings, and by such instructions their hearts may feel fulfilled. So what's the essence of all Vedic scriptures, right? Oh, and then here we go. What's the purpose of the person who appearing in the womb of Devaki and the son, as the son of Devaki and Vyasadeva? That's 3, right? Yeah, 3. And then let's see here. 17. His transcendental acts are magnificent and gracious, and great learned sages like Nard sing of them. Please therefore speak to us, who are eager to hear about the adventures he performs in his various incarnation. So we want to know about the various incarnations. He performs in his various incarnations. Yeah. Okay, so that's 4. And then right here, 18. O Vaisuddha, please narrate to us the transcendental pastimes of the Supreme Godhead's multi-incarnations. Such auspicious adventures and pastimes are formed. So this is part of there. So this more is about his universal acts, about why he acts the way he does, and this is more about the incarnations. Okay? And then, of course, we have the final and the last one, now that Krishna's gone. So this is after Mahabharata, which Bhagavad Gita is spoken in. And so Krishna has appeared on the earth. He says in the Bhagavad Gita that he appears when the religious principles have declined and need to be reestablished. And Srimad Bhagavatam is going to explain, but even above that is for the purpose of attracting the devotees. But so he's done the pastimes that we're going to hear about and so many different other ones. And he's come to reestablish the religious principles of this age. So these questions, we'll hear the answers of them are throughout Srimad Bhagavatam. And we'll see that it's like a swirling staircase that's going up. And so over the cantos, we'll see the same topics being introduced again and again and again, but in a deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper way, until we rise to the 10th canto, which is known to be the highest of all of the Srimad Bhagavatam. And these sages are sitting there doing the sacrifice for the benefit of everyone. And we should understand that these sages are magnificent. They're great devotees. And being great devotees, they want to see the benefit of the world. In our Srimad Bhagavatam and in everything, every yajna that we do, we're mentioning that it's for the purpose of the pleasure of the Lord and for the benefit of our devotees, the world, and meant to help attract people. We want to work with people that are also interested in hearing Srimad Bhagavatam or doing so many different activities of spiritually inclined activities, transcendentally inclined activities. So we put these things out to attract those. And so you can see that our mission is the same. Pleasure of the Lord, the benefit of his devotees. And so these sages with this heart, with this great compassion, are asking questions. And so we are inspired to ask questions, to reveal our mind about our doubts, to inquire. I mentioned this a couple times, and it's very important that when we have doubts, that we ask and inquire, well, why is it like this? What is being said here? I don't understand this. And we inquire from somebody who knows the ultimate good of life. And so our inquiry and our answers and our perspective all comes from the great sages of Naimisharanya down through disciplic succession from Srila Prabhupada, and we get to share in this with each other. And I'm going to share our website, SMYHL Sanga. You've heard this before. And right here, we have our WhatsApp group. Please join it. So many different activities that we're doing. The other day, we did a Agni Hotra for the eclipse that was on the 12th. Sunday, we're going to do a Maha Fire Yajna for Sankranti Day. You can watch always on our YouTube like you're doing now. And here, ask a Brahmana. ask a priest, ask a spiritual guide, somebody who's studying these and getting answers from the Srimad Bhagavatam and the previous acharyas. They can help you with your questions. And then prayer requests. Sometimes we need some prayers. We can use some blessings. So you can comment on the video always, any questions. But sometimes we like to ask questions, face to face, which we're on the internet, so that's not so doable. Although so many of you I do know face to face. So inquire, ask questions. Krishna is in your heart. Ask him. And then be willing to have an adventure to find the answers of those questions. That means inquiring from different people. People who have the ultimate benefit, your ultimate benefit in mind, right? We've had this experience before. I've had this experience before. Maybe you've had this experience before. But you ask people questions, and really, they're not answering for your good. They're asking with the angle of what's good for them, which is necessary sometimes. Sometimes you need to ask your boss a question, and they're looking for the good of, the company, so which benefits them and stuff like that. Hey, okay. But however, at the same time, we want to be able to help people with practical things and direct towards the supreme truth, the supreme goal of life, the supreme benefit for all. So this chapter, Questions by the Sages, is such a wonderful chapter. It's really sinking in to me as I read it, that this is the goal of my life, is to, like the sages of Namahranya, is to inquire, to get an understanding, and share that with others for the benefit of so many others, but always for the pleasure of the Lord. Never lose that perspective that this is only for the pleasure of Krishna, Jagannath, Christ, Allah, Yahweh, the Lord, the Supreme Person, who shows himself in many different incarnations, many different perspectives. And we want to give massive value. We want to share it with others. We want to, when you have good pizza, you want to share good pizza with others, right? You have good ice cream, you want to share it with others. You want to tell them about it. So let us become very confident in this, in what we hear here, as we pray right here each morning. An irrevocable fact, whose praise was established as an irrevocable fact. We want to get there. We want to get so confident that this is the path. Or you should become very confident this is not because of laziness or just, What I mean by this is that we don't want to just disregard because of laziness, because we don't want to inquire, because sometimes it's tough to ask questions. It's not easy to ask questions that might run against our paradigms. But if we're willing to accept those tensions and accept those difficulties, then we can grow so much. And especially if we're doing it with those that really care truly about our well-being and they're willing to support us through those things. So, Hare Krishna. This is SMYHL Sanga. This is chapter 1 of Canto 1 of Srimad Bhagavatam, Questions by the Sages, a real review. And then tomorrow we'll start chapter 2. Thank you all so very much. May you all have a wonderful Krishna conscious day. You can ask your question, what would the Lord like me to do? How would he like me to move throughout this day? If we ask ourselves that many times throughout the day, it gives us a Krishna consciousness, a God consciousness of what is the thing that I can do to best please the Lord. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, SMYHL Sanga ki jai, Gaura Premanande Hari Hari Bol, Jai Jagannath.